I'll rip you limb from limb in front of all those that you love, and then I'll rip them and take out their insides and spew them all across you, and then burn the whole thing while cursing you with undead strength, and as the flames burn all around you, consuming all that you have ever liked or loved, you will be unable to die, though the agony courses through you and your blood itself rebels against you, is what I would be saying if I were a follower of the Howl of the Demon Tiger Dharma. It is quite different, shall we say, from the resplendent cranes. It embraces the demon within the Po. It's the Yamakins. Don't think of these paths as demon worshippers. They are a perfectly respectable Dharma. They do not seek to serve demons. They seek to become demons. Their goal is to embrace the demon to such an extent that they become the perfection of destruction and suffering made flesh. They will bring pain and suffering to this world. They will expose its hypocrisies. They will expose its flaws, its inefficiencies, its laziness, and they will rip out all disease. They will rip out the diseased and the and the pure alike. And then when they are through, the true virtue will be revealed in their survivors. As you can imagine, it's a somewhat demanding Dharma. We might go on about how we are all demons in human flesh, in undead human flesh, but it's just as it is not easy to transcend the demon, it is also not easy to embrace it. Cruelty does not come quite as naturally. Well, cruelty comes naturally, but not cruelty all the time. If you want to make every moment of your life an exquisite act of destruction, of torture, of pain upon others, how would you do that? I mean, you can't take even a break. You can't just breathe and maybe enjoy the smile of a child on occasion, or a nice moonlit night. No, you must submerge all these to your desires of destruction, to the demon within you, and you will become the demon, and in that way transcend it. Now, the question of how do these beings survive becomes very, very salient. And the short answer is some of them don't. Some of them just go on wild rampages and are put down in the first 10 minutes. Uncontrolled rage is of no use to anyone. They cultivate control, applying it only in specific directions, in specific conditions. Yes, you could just go through the streets of Hong Kong eviscerating everyone you see, but that would be a transitory pleasure. Why not build temples of pain where you can slowly vanish people and slowly consume them, drinking in their agony and maybe granting a certain mercy to those of particularly resilient type. Because that is the thing, you are an exquisite evil being, not a rage-filled maniac. You may watch the world burn, you may cause the world to burn, but it will be with a glass of blood in one hand, of the correct vintage, and with a half smile. That is the aim of the demon tiger. It is destruction, but not mindless. It is pain, but enduring, and it is survival. And this is why they can coexist in Kuei-Jin society. They're very useful to destroy our enemies, to do things that those resplendent cranes cannot bring themselves to do. But it is probably, in my estimation, still the hardest path of all to stick out to the end, just because, well, you might try and control it, you might exquisitely mold it, but you will make a mistake at some point. And you will be destroyed, most likely, if you let the rage that you've been building get out of control just for a moment. Then, of course, there's the fact that as you progress to the top levels, you're going to have to break everything. That includes the implicit social contract you have with the other Kuei-Jin, that you direct your violence in only certain ways. So everyone knows that the higher the enlightenment of the demon tiger, the more likely there will come the time when they will betray their friends and cast them down and laugh. And that is what is required of them. But as you can see, this probably doesn't make them all that liked. So at the very top level, after going through all those levels and improving your Dharma, you have maybe 10% chance of reaching Bodhisattva and successfully tearing down all that you have worked to build. And you have 9/10 that all that you've worked to build and all those connections will stab you in the back and leave you to the sun. Not an uninteresting Dharma, though.